chasing some threads with a 12R half-inch 12R rigid. Chasing some threads off by hand. Ooh, look at that. Cool. Half-inch threads. Let there be half-inch threads. We're going to put this brass craft half-inch on here. I'm going to put some goop on there later. I just want to see if this fits. Cool. That is nifty. We put the rector seal on here. And I got the valve. I wanted to have it come out at this angle because I got a 20-inch piece. Didn't want to have too much of a loop in it. 12 inches too long, 9 inches kind of goofy because of the way this comes out of the wall, so use a 20-inch coming off. This is a brass cap, half-inch pipe to 3/8 inch compression over here. Hard to see. Okay, this is supposed to go on here till it clicks. Let's see if this actually works. Some light around here. Can't see what the hell I'm doing. Oop, that's it. Interesting. Put that on, and I'm going to go ahead and this loop here. That just clicked right there. Put this on here. Get the least amount of stress. One time years ago I had one of these, the braids came off of one of these when these first came out. Flooded a whole building, so I'm kind of paranoid about these. They're supposed to be better, but that was just a lesson to be learned. Manufacturing defect. This is a b1t20 CS, 20-inch length. I'm going to put this on here. Tighten it. Brass craft, half-inch pipe to 3/8 inch, and then we also put in a Fluidmaster 20-inch twist to seal here. The click lets you know it's sealed. Do. No tools required. Cool. Fluidmaster. Go over here. Here's the brass craft valve. The beauty shot. I still got to put a trim ring around there. What's been happening on here, this has been leaking and going backwards on this pipe slowly into the other room and driving me nuts because there was no water in this room that was in another room. So it was leaking along the top here and then dribbling along that pipe. It has a slight slope and it was going into another room. I couldn't figure where the hell the water was coming from, so there you go. There's the click to seal gizmo right there. And there's the quarter turn valve. And I purposely have this at a goofy angle because I got a 20-inch pipe, 20-inch hose, because neither a 9 or a 12 would work right. So I just put a gentle curve in there, and this reduces probably about the least amount of stress on there. So that's what I did. It's kind of screwy, but it's going to work. Turn it off if we want to. And that's it. Yeah, here's the 1/2-inch pipe down in here. This is a plumbing wall, and it attaches down here to 1/2-inch copper. So I guess that's how they did it in 1970. And had this plumbing wall apart. What's been happening is the water's been going backwards and coming down through this wall, and there was no water I could detect on the other side, so which was kind of screwball. But what it was doing, it was just wet on the very bottom of the pipe under here, and it was coming down here, dripping out of here and coming out of this wall. I ended up taking this wall apart a little bit here. It's in a warehouse, and we couldn't figure out where the water was coming from, and turned out it's now not one of these fittings is coming off the valve, but every time we kind of like went in there and measured it, it seemed like the valve was dry. So it was driving us nuts, and we finally figured out what was going on. Yeah, so we used a twist click lock seal here by Fluidmaster, 20-inch, and we used a brass craft 1/2-inch iron to 3/8-inch compression half-turn valve, and we used a 20-inch again because a 9 was too short, 12 was too long because of the placement of the iron pipe with respect to the tank, and I didn't want to have to move the iron pipes. Ended up using a 20-inch with kind of a loop in there. That's on something built in 1970.